Hello students, today I will start a new chapter, that is the improvement in the food resources. We all know that what is the utility of the food. See, here I have written, why do we need food? We need food because the food gives us all the essential nutrients so that we can execute our body activity perfectly. The food supplies us with the essential nutrients like the protein, carbohydrate, fat, vitamins, minerals, these all. Okay, and these nutrients are required for our growth, for our repair, cell repairment, and so on. So this is the main purpose for the food we required in our body. Now let's come to another topic, that is the green revolution. Green revolution is the concept to increase the crop yield. We all know that India supports a huge population. In order to support the huge population in a limited number of the fields that are utilized for the agriculture factor, we needs this green revolution concept. What does this mean? Here we are using the chemical fertilizers and the pesticides so that we can increase the food production. Okay, and this food production automatically can eliminate the hunger of the India. So this is the most important factor of the green revolution. So here is the increment of the crop yield has been done, right? And now let's come, what are the essential nutrients? Okay, the carbohydrates I have already told, that gives us the energy. And the example of the carbohydrate are wheat, rice, maize, this kind of thing. Protein, the protein is the bodybuilding food. It also increase our growth and repair. Example are green gram, this kind of thing. Fat also gives more energy, and example of the fat are soybean, groundnut. So this food, fat and carbohydrates both give us energy, but the fat gives more energy than the carbohydrate. Okay, so I am repeating, the fats give more energy than the carbohydrate. So here we have completed the essential nutrients that are required by our body. Another important thing is the dietary fiber. What is the meaning of the dietary fiber? The dietary fiber does not give any kind of essential nutrients in our body, but it adds bulk to our body. That means it creates a positive impact on our excretion procedure. So that is known as the dietary fiber or the roughage. Now another thing I will discuss today, that is the meaning of the photoperiod. What is the meaning of the photoperiod? The photoperiod means when the sunlight are given to the crop so that the crop can increase their photosynthesis procedure. That is the duration of the sunlight. Photoperiod means the duration of the sunlight that is required by the plant for their growth. The sunlight, we all know, it plays a vital role in the photosynthesis procedure. Okay, the plant required the sunlight and the chlorophyll pigment for their photosynthesis procedure. In this procedure, what does it do? The plant has the capacity to prepare their own food. So the plant are known as the autotroph. Right? What is the difference between the autotroph and the heterotroph? Autotroph have the capacity to prepare their own food, whereas the heterotroph does not have the capacity to prepare their own food. So autotrophs have the chlorophyll pigment that capture the sunlight along with the carbon dioxide and the water to give the glucose and oxygen. And in case heterotroph just generally takes that glucose in the form of the fruits, vegetables, this kind of thing, along with the oxygen for their livelihood. Okay, now let's come, there are the two types of crops are there. One is the kharif crop, another one is the rabi crop. What does the kharif crop means? Kharif crop means the crops that are generally grown in the rainy season. These are known as the kharif crop, and it is the month between of the June to October. Okay, the example of the kharif crops are the gram pea, maize, cotton, this kind of thing. Another thing is the rabi crop. Rabi crop means the crops that are grown in the winter season. For example, that is the rabi crop are generally mustard, linseed, this kind of things are the examples of the rabi crop. Now, generally the group of activities are performed by the farmers to increase the crop yield. First and foremost thing is the crop variety improvement, second is the crop production improvement, and third one is the crop protection improvement. Crop variety improvement means when the variety of the crops are executed by the farmers so that they can select the different kinds of the crops for their breeding purposes. Here the plants those who are selected for the breeding purposes obviously have the good yield in nature. Another thing is that it creates a pure line in nature. Pure line means there is an absence of any kind of genetic variations. They have the all the genetic characteristics that has been inherited from their parents. Okay, so here it is the crop variety. Now let's come, there are the three parts of the crop variety. When we are crossing the crops with the different varieties, that time it is known as the intervarietal crop. When we are generally taking two different species of the plant but of same genus, these are known as the interspecific, and intergeneric means when they are of different genera. So there are the three types of crop variety improvement. Okay, what are the three types? The crossing between the different varieties, different species, or of different genera. So this is the most important thing about the crop variety and the improvement. Now what does it do? When the crop variety has been performed by the farmers, that time they used to take out that particular crop for their nursery treatment. After that nursery treatment, the quality seeds are generally formed by the farmers. Then they are generally marketed into the market, and these crops can be grown in the field. Generally, see, the cultivation practices and the crop yield are generally dependent on the weather, soil quality, and the availability of the water. So the factors those are totally dependent on this variety improvement are higher yield, so that we can increase the crop rate. Improved quality, that means the quality of the crops are generally increased, but it vary from the crop to crop. Another thing is the biotic and the abiotic stress. What is the meaning of the biotic? Biotic stress means it is the living organisms like the diseases, insects, nematodes, this kind of things are known as the biotic stress. And the abiotic stress means that is the drought, salinity, water, that means the non-living thing factor. So the biotic and the abiotic resistance have to be performed here in the crop variety improvement, right? Another thing is that the changing in the maturity duration. Changing in the maturity duration means the shorter duration of the crops are required. When the shorter duration of the crops are grown, that time what will happen? The farmers can grow multiple round of crops in a year. So when the crop growth or yield can be done in the shorter period of a time, that time the production of the food will be also enhanced. That is why the change in the maturity duration is also in a great focusing matter. The fourth one is the wider adaptability. That means it has the adaptability factor to control the different external factors like temperature, soil quality, water content, this kind of thing. And the last one is that the tallness and the profuse branching are another desirable characters for the fodder crops, right? And the dwarfness is desired in the case of the cereals, so that generally it can give a higher productivity. So this kind of thing are known as the desirable agronomic characters. Now again, in the next point I will proceed with the crop production and the improvement. What does it mean? The crop production and improvement means all the farmers does not have the same capacity to buy different kind of the seeds. So when the researchers are focusing on the low cost production or the no cost production with the high production practices, that time what will happen? It will become a boon for the farmers to increase the crop yield. Okay, so different farmers can execute the different farming practice so that they can create a correlation between the higher input and the yield. right? So this is the meaning of the crop production improvement. Crop production improvement, this the main purpose is the low cost production is required but with a higher yield. That is the most important factor of this crop production improvement. Okay, now let's, here we have to be also focused on the nutrient management. Nutrient management means when we are increasing the nutrients of the plant. Okay, when we are increasing the nutrients of the plant, that time what will happen? That time it can eliminate the nutrients demand of the human body. There are the two kinds of nutrients present. One is the micronutrients and another is the macronutrients. Micronutrients means the nutrients that are required by the plant in a large quantity. That is the carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, water, this kind of things are the macronutrients. And the micronutrients are the nutrients those who are required by the plants in the small quantities, like the boron, zinc, this kind of thing. So go through up to this crop production and the management. I will again in the next class I will proceed with the another points of the crop production management and the crop protection management. If you have any queries regarding it, please write in the comment box. Okay, thank you, and please go through it thoroughly.